Hey everybody, hope you're good. If you're new around here, hi, my name is Abby, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. So in today's video, I will be sharing some amazing drugstore finds. I've done a couple of these videos. I say a couple, probably two, I think. But I thought I'd add to that playlist and share a couple more things that I've found at the drugstore recently-ish. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So I have a couple of things from like different categories, all under skincare, bear in mind. But yeah, it's not necessarily focused just on like facial skincare. I have some body care as well. So if you've been to Superdrug, you've probably seen these two things, but you've probably never thought to look twice at them, especially if you don't tend to go for budget drugstore brands, like own brand products. But these two are amazing. So we have the Simply Pure Hydrating Serum. This is the day version, and we have the Simply Pure Hydrating Night Serum. So that's the body on this is green and the body on this is white. So the first thing about these two is that they're fragrance free, hypoallergenic, and dermatologically approved. So usually we see dermatologically tested, but these have been approved. Okay, so the thing I like about them, just before I get into the actual detail behind them, is that they are just super light, almost like moisturizer. So they come in a pump, but they, like I said, they apply like moisturizer, like a light moisturizer. So if you're used to those pipette bottles that we get from like brands like The Ordinary, this isn't one of those things. Obviously it comes with a pump, but the formula is like a light moisturizer, but it's called a serum. So yeah, there's that. So this is a very simple, because obviously the brand itself is called Simply Pure. Their formulas tend to be very simple, quite basic, but they do the job. So I don't even know what it was that attracted me to these. I feel like I've tried them before years ago, but I can't even remember if I liked them then. But now I have a need for them. I say I have a need. Do I really need anything? I have a drawer full of skincare. I have a need for them, so I thought, let me try these products. I did check out the reviews, and they actually had really good reviews, which, you know, is reassuring, especially for own brand products, because they don't tend to be, you know, great sometimes. So, you know, sometimes they get mixed reviews. So let me just read off the back quickly. It says, Simply Pure Hydrating Serum is designed to replenish and nourish sensitive skin, enriched with Calm & Soothe X, trademarked, and a fortifying ceramide blend. This hydrating formula helps to improve skin's natural elasticity and suppleness for a smoother, more radiant complexion. So I kind of like quickly glanced through the ingredients list, and I spotted a few things that are, you know, quite cool. So we have the caprylic triglyceride. We have glycol, propylene glycol, which is a nice humectant, lactic acid, and sodium hyaluronate, I think, which is the salt of hyaluronic acid. And what else? Of course, the ceramides, the different types of ceramide. So we have ceramide NP and ceramide AP and ceramide EOP. I'm not a cosmetic formulator, so I can't even tell you what every single ingredient does in here. But the fact that it has ceramides, well, it also has allantoin as well. Allantoin is a great skin conditioning, softening agent. And it has some really nice humectants in here. It just makes it a really nice, I say really nice, it makes it a well formulated, simple but effective calming and hydrating serum. So yeah, that's where we're going. And I like it for daytime because it's not greasy. It absorbs really quickly and my skin feels soft and hydrated. Every morning I apply this, so I love this. I've been using it since I got it. I also bought the night serum. I bought the night serum. Usually I don't tend to like go for, you know, like daytime or nighttime serums, but because it was so affordable, I think it was like a buy one get one half price, I bought it. And I think for me, the difference that I tend to see in night versus day serums is that the night ones tend to be more hydrating or just more occlusive, so that they kind of help you lock that moisture in. So that's actually what I feel from using the night serum as well, because it feels, my skin feels a bit more kind of taken care of. It's not as light as the day, so the night serum is definitely slightly more rich, but it's not greasy. Still, it's still it's light enough. It's still a very good formula. that doesn't irritate the skin. So the night one actually has glycerin as the second ingredient, and then we have the caprylic triglyceride and all the other ingredients that follow. So I can, you know, imagine that some of these ingredients have been kind of switched around to give it the body that it has compared to the daytime, which contains all the different ceramides. So the night one actually I don't think actually has so this night cream actually doesn't have the ceramides. So I'll read the back. It says, Simply Pure Hydrating Night Serum is designed to provide overnight nourishment to uncomfortable and sensitive skin with Calming Soothex, trademarked, and moisturizing hyaluronic acid. This formula will help leave your skin feeling soft and smooth in the morning. It's a nice kind of like a, almost like a, what do you call those, like skin masks. It really just lock in the moisture, and I don't even think you really do need moisturizer once you've used this. It's called a serum, but it looks like a moisturizer. You might as well treat it like a moisturizer. For me, it's kind of all in the feeling, like in what you feel. It doesn't apply like a typical like dropper type of serum, so you might as well just use it like a moisturizer, especially since it already has those moisturizing and hydrating properties to it. So I absolutely love these two. They, I think, I can't even remember, and I feel like they were like $2.99, something ridiculous. So on a buy one get one half price deal as well. These are probably something that everybody could use, like every single skin type could use this. If you have dry skin, you probably want to lean towards using this morning and night. But if you have like combination oily normal skin, you can definitely use this morning. And to be honest, I wouldn't say you can't use this if you're dry as well. You can definitely do it, but if you're dry or like severely dry, just use this both morning and night. And then obviously if you're like dry you definitely need a richer moisturizer on top. But this definitely appeals to all skin types. I want to say it's definitely one of those no faff type of products that everybody could benefit from. And yeah, there's literally nothing, there's nothing in here that I can think of that would irritate anybody. So it has been really well formulated and well thought out. So yeah, definitely worth a try if you're at your Superdrug. Next, we have something that I feel like I've seen and just totally ignored like for years and years, because this is not new. This is the Simple Hydrating Light Moisturizer, 12-hour moisturization, fast absorbing, contains vitamin B5 and E, plus niacinamide. And yeah, so this is, ooh, let me have it here. So this is what the bottle looks like. And I also have the Simple Light Moisturizing Protection plus Anti-Bac with vitamins B3 and B5. It says it removes 99.9% of bacteria, kind defense, no alcohol, no perfume. Both of these bottles, so the no back one has like the red writing in Anti-Bac, and the regular one, which is the Hydrating Light Moisturizer, is just all green. So what I liked, let me go with this first. So what I like about this is, in fact, I've been using this for like 2 months straight now, and there's still quite a lot in there. What I like about it, like the Simply Pure Hydrating Serum, is that it's really light, like it says. It moisturizes without making my skin feel oily, greasy, and my skin just feels hydrated once I've used it. It also obviously has the same things that all Simple products tend to have, which is no color, no perfume, no harsh chemicals that can upset your skin, blah blah blah. And obviously it's also PETA approved. So for such a simple moisturizer, you can't really go wrong, especially if you have oily to normal skin or combination skin. I think you definitely like this. It's great for summer. Well, I say summer, if you're like, if you have hot weather where you are right now, this would be a lifesaver. I've always talked about the CeraVe moisturizing lotion, because that's also a very light lotion that's great for all skin types, especially if you're normal, oily, or combination. This is definitely a more accessible and very much more affordable version of that. And I think this, yeah, so this has 125 ml of product, if I haven't already said that. It's so much more affordable, again, because it's simple, it's not going to break the bank, and it's readily available, and it doesn't have like the same shortages that CeraVe can sometimes suffer from. So yeah, there's that. The second is the Anti-Bac, which is the one with the red writing. The thing with this is, Because it's made for to, you know, kind of to fight against bacteria, for me it feels like alarm bells are ringing and I'll get to that in a minute. So it says at the back, it says we touch our face around 20 times per hour, so we developed a formulation that removes 99.9% of bacteria containing vitamins B3 and B5. It will leave your skin feeling instantly hydrated and protected against external aggressors, and you just use it as you would any normal moisturizer. So again, for me, I said alarm bells are ringing because I just remember like a while back I did see a video on just a skincare video, random skincare video, and it was just talking about, like, you know, the natural bacteria, like the bacteria that actually lives on our skin, the fact that in our face, everywhere on our skin, we do have like these microorganisms that live on our skin. And as a, you know, as a people, we've been very used to kind of using antibacterial products where we don't necessarily need to, or we've overused those products where these bacterial strains tend to then develop resistance or something, or just overgrowth, or certain products that we can use in this day and age can disturb that balance we have of the, you know, that balance we have of all the microorganisms on our skin, so then which can then result in inflammation or different skin conditions. So because it's simple, I want to trust the formulation and trust that they know what they're doing. But I don't know, I just keep thinking, do I really need to put this on my face, or should I just use it on my hand? So I don't know. Have you seen this? Have you used it? What did you think? I did use it on my face for about almost a week at one time, and then I've been using it sporadically since. I used it at the time when I had a rash, like a heat rash on my neck, and it burned like a mother, okay? So be careful if you have any kind of, like, I guess, open cuts or like irritated skin. You don't want to use this on irritated skin. What else I want to say about it? It is definitely hydrating. It's not drying, because the minute you think antibacterial, you think it's going to be drying. It actually isn't. On the box, I think I remember glycerin being really high up on the list. It's a very nice formula, but I do find that it's one of those formulas I actually can't mix. So I think sometimes to lighten some of my moisturizers, I'll add in my aloe vera gel from Aloe Pura, which I've been using for years and years. When I tried to do that, this separated like nothing, which obviously didn't happen with this formula. So this formula is, yeah, it's a bit tricky to work with. If it doesn't work for your skin, or if you find that it's irritating your skin for whatever reason, you can definitely use it as a hand cream that's actually antibacterial that also moisturizes. So I think for me, that's probably what I'm going to do anyway, because on and off I'll get like a rash on my neck or something, like heat rash. I always get a rash in summer at every change of season, and when I get too hot. So, and because I tend to just automatically put something on my face and then put it down, bring it down to my neck, I can't guarantee that this won't irritate my skin, especially if it's inflamed in any way. So I think I'm most likely going to use this on my hands, which is still great because I need, it's quite a good idea to have like an antibacterial hand lotion rather than having to use a separate hand sanitizer gel and then moisturize. You can kind of cut those two steps and just use something like this. I think this would be great for that. But if you've tried this on your face, and maybe has it helped with maybe something like acne, please do leave a comment down below and let me know, because I can guess that, or I'm gonna guess that maybe the antibacterial agent in here could possibly help with acne. I don't know, but if anything, this definitely helps against, like, you know, other bacteria that you can pick up from dirty surfaces, contaminated surfaces that can end up on your skin and, you know, aggravate your skin. So I think from that respect, I respect the formulation, but I'm just thinking, if you don't need it and you're not a type of person who touches their face a lot, I don't know if this is something that your skin needs, especially if you don't need to kind of disturb the natural function of, you know, the bacteria that's already present on your face, if that makes sense. But anyway, I digress. Try it. If you like it, keep using it. If you don't like it, use it as a hand cream. I think that would definitely work. So next is something I've actually been saving for last in terms of like skincare. This has been one of the most exciting things I've found at in the drugstore at an affordable price. So this is the Me Plus Resveratrol with vitamin E. So you can't even see it like this, so hopefully you can see it. Okay, so this caught my eye because I've been using this for years and years. This is the Ordinary's Resveratrol 3% plus ferulic acid 3% antioxidant serum. It's in like an oil, it feels oily. It's like a water-free solution, and it feels oily when you put it on, although it settles. It doesn't feel like greasy and uncomfortable, but it's like in a very oil-like solution. And especially in like the summer months, or like when it's really hot, I don't love putting it on, but I still put it on because of the benefits. Like if something's going to benefit my skin, I'm going to shut my mouth and put it on and just, you know, carry on with other steps in my skincare routine and find ways to work around it, because this is worth its weight in gold in terms of its antioxidant capacity. And for the fact that you get this quality antioxidant solution at such an affordable price is amazing. Like the next thing that I can think of is the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic, and that's like I think 70-80 pounds or something ridiculous. This is a 3% resveratrol and ferulic acid serum for like, is it $5.99, $6.99? So because I've been using this for years and years, I stand for this, like hands down. But then I saw this and I was so excited because this is the Me Plus Resveratrol Booster with vitamin E. It's from Superdrug as well, and it says it brightens and protects against oxidative stress. So again, the whole point of antioxidants is that they fight free radicals that can cause cellular damage, i.e. damage your skin cells, damage the DNA, and in turn cause you to age, I guess, and amongst other things. So because of the resveratrol in here, although it doesn't have the ferulic acid, it does contain the resveratrol. Resveratrol is a very I think it's a very well-known antioxidant that has, you know, amazing skincare properties that you will see in a lot of formulations, or if you haven't already seen it. So I thought I'd get it and see what the formula was like, because I couldn't obviously test it out at the while I was at Superdrug. So on the back it says, specially developed with resveratrol, this targeted formula will help protect skin from oxidative stress, leave the skin with more uniform, and provide a healthy looking glow. With continued use, skin looks firmer and the appearance of wrinkles is reduced, suitable for all skin types. And what I like about this is that it's a cream. It's actually not oily, so it looks like a regular moisturizer, and it works well under my moisturizer, and it's not greasy at all. So if The Ordinary could reformulate this into a cream, that would be so good, but it goes invisible in an instant. There's like the tiniest of like sheens, but it's almost not there. You literally forget you applied anything to your skin and it just disappears, and I love it for that, because what I'd now do, so I still get the benefit of this, I mix this with this and I apply it to my skin before I go in with my moisturizer. I've been using it like that since, because I want to get the, you know, the benefit of the ferulic acid. But on some days I just go in with this straight, and I find that it also, you know, doesn't make me as oily during the day, because obviously this is not oil and I have to work around it and like do other things to my skin to make my skin less oily after I've applied it. So with this being a cream that disappears, it's so much more convenient, especially for my oily skin type. So if you're an oily skin person and you've been interested in adding an antioxidant into your skincare routine, but maybe this was the only option, or something else was also based in like an oily formulation, definitely try this. It's a resveratrol booster by Me Plus at Superdrug, and it's amazing. It's been really good. And obviously this also contains vitamin E. Be careful about vitamin E if you do have acne prone skin. You know, I've heard different things, but the most recent thing I've heard from, I think the last video that Dr. Alexis Stevens did, she did actually mention vitamin E, like tocopherol, being something that has been proven to aggravate acne in some people. So yeah, just check, just you know, be careful and watch your skin after using this, but it's been really good so far and I really like it. It comes in a 30 ml container, and yeah, I'm already like almost halfway through. And now we have a couple of body care products. Okay, so I have 3 things from the body care section that I've been really liking. They're all from the same brand. If you're not new to my channel, you definitely know why I like this. So this is from Palmer's, and I absolutely love this lotion. This is the Palmer's Shea Butter formula, and it's the Raw Shea Nourish Daily Body Lotion, and this is what it looks like. I absolutely love this. I have the 250 ml container, 8.5 fluid ounces, and it says it offers 48-hour moisture, vitamin infused to restore and revitalize skin. Yada yada yada. That's all nice, but the fragrance and the feel of this lotion is amazing. It's such a nice fragrance. This is one of those formulations that doesn't actually feel oily at all, but it makes your skin feel very well hydrated. I think this will definitely still work in the winter time, but for me, my skin, this is perfect. It's so good. It smells amazing. Contains shea butter as well as cocoa butter, because obviously it's Palmer's, and some other oils, aloe vera, barbadentus leaf juice, yeah, a bunch of different oils actually, propylene glycol. Yeah, it has a bunch of ingredients in here that are either known to be moisturizing or hydrating, and it's a really good formula. It's thick. It basically applies like a body butter but in a lotion form. Yeah. And then I went back and I got this. So this I also found pretty recently. This is the cocoa butter formula with vitamin E. Firms, tones, firming body lotion, visibly smooths and tightens. New plus Q10, so it, you know, obviously contains coenzyme Q10. 48-hour moisture, triple action firming. It contains collagen, elastin, and Q10. Actually, this is the 400 ml bottle. And I absolutely love this too, so I've been juggling between the two. I love the fact that this obviously comes in a bigger bottle and it comes with a pump, and a lot of people, well, I say a lot of people, in the reviews it's kind of hit and miss in terms of whether or not this actually smooths and firms skin, so you might need to use it like back to back for maybe months to see results, assuming there are results to be seen, you know. So, you know, don't come for me if it doesn't work out for you, but I just like the fact that it makes my skin feel really smooth and soft and hydrated, and I love the scent. The smell of this is amazing. This is a much more sweeter scent. I think this is more of like a, I guess maybe more of a sophisticated scent. I really can't place these scents, to be honest. Yeah, this is more, I don't know, floral. This is more sweet. Similar to the typical cocoa butter scent, but better if you're offended by that scent. Yeah, but it has more, this is like a better version of that scent with something extra in it. But I really like this. I love the way it makes my skin feel. And I don't know if I've talked about this on my channel before, but this I've known about for a while. So this is the cocoa butter formula with vitamin E, anti-aging therapy, smooths, exfoliates, alpha beta hydroxy smoothing lotion, reveals younger looking skin. This is the 250 ml container. And it contains, I think, lactic acid as well as possibly salicylic acid. One of the acids definitely contains lactic acid, very high up on the list, after water and cyclotetrasiloxane, which is a, I'm guessing a silicone of some sort. Then we have lactic acid as a third ingredient, so it definitely does feature high up on the list for me to know that there's enough of it to have an effect on my skin in terms of exfoliation. And because obviously it's chemical exfoliation, I expect it to be a bit more gradual than, say, physical exfoliation. So you would definitely see results with this, because I've used this on my legs. My legs get like dry and my feet get dry no matter how much I moisturize them. So this is really good. I usually put this on sometimes when I put my socks on, and then, you know, sleep, and the next morning my skin is soft. So yeah, I like using this for that, and I also use it on like other parts of my skin that are more resilient, a lot more tough, and it helps with that. On the back it says a unique blend of cocoa butter, alpha and beta hydroxy acids, vitamin E and shea butter that exfoliates dry skin cells and uncovers healthier looking skin. This fast absorbing lotion helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and even skin tone. So yeah, I really like this. This actually doesn't have my favorite scent. It has like a citrusy lemony scent, and it is because I think it has like a lemon what do you call it, essential oil on the back. So yeah. Oh, speaking of that as well, because it is like a, you know, AHA BHA type of solution, you definitely want to make sure you are applying your sunscreen, especially because you'll be using this on your body. You want to make sure you're not skipping out on sunscreen if you're going to be using any kind of AHA BHA type product, because that newly formed or that newly exposed or exfoliated skin will be more sensitive to the sun. So you definitely want to protect it with sunscreen if you're going to be using this, especially in the summer months when we all want to get our legs out and our arms out. Definitely use your sunscreen when you're using this. Just use your sunscreen regardless, but especially if you're using something like this. Those are the three products. Oh, actually I say three, I forgot. I have one more. So I've been curious to know, I think I ordered this separately online. I've been curious to know what this actually smelled like, and I say smelled like because this is meant to be the cocoa butter fragrance free version. This is the original cocoa butter formula, but it's meant to be fragrance free, because sometimes you can get, you know, like fragrance free on the label, but that's because it hasn't had any fragrance added. So I thought maybe it might still have some residual natural fragrance. This actually doesn't smell the way I know cocoa butter can smell, so it's not the natural cocoa butter scent. I let my daughter use this after swimming one time, and she said it smelled like slime. So if you've smelled slime, if you have a child, or if you've like touched slime, like PVC glue, like that type of almost not neutral, but you know that scent, it's not bad because it will disappear after like a few seconds, but it's not no scent, if that makes sense. So yeah, yeah. So because I don't love the fragrance freeness, because it's not like how can I say this, it's not like my CeraVe fragrance free moisturizing lotion that has no scent whatsoever, and that would not offend anybody because, well, it has no scent. This is meant to be fragrance free, but it does have some kind of scent that I don't love. But because it still has that amazing formulation, that cocoa butter formula, I mix it with an OG. I like to mix it, because it has that formula, I like to mix it with any one of these already fragranced versions. And I know it defeats the purpose of this being fragrance free, but I just wanted to know if it was completely fragrance free, then, you know, I could use it for my daughter instead. But because it has that after scent, which she says is very similar to the slime scent, I guess she won't be using this. So I'm going to finish this up, and I actually have another bottle I bought by accident as well. So yeah, when I blend it with other things that are scented, it takes on their scent and it's fine. So yeah, I'm going to get through this and not purchase it again, but I just wanted to let you know, just in case you were wondering, or if you've heard about the fragrance free version. So yeah, so those are the cocoa butter formula lotions that I've bought. And now onto 3 different antiperspirants. The first one is the Sure Maximum Protection Clean Scent 96-hour antiperspirant, and this is what it looks like. So the thing with this that I like is the thick formula, so it's like a cream that you apply. I do find that it is out of like all the drugstore antiperspirants or roll-ons that I've tried, it's right up there in terms of effectiveness. When my sweat gets, or like if I get like extremely hot, this will clock out eventually. And you know, there's really I'm yet to find a regular daily antiperspirant lotion. I say I'm yet to find. I will show you one that, you know, has been a game changer. So I'm yet to find one that's kind of similar to something like this that I've tried. that hasn't clocked out against extreme heat, like me running around and like really sweating all over the place. This is really, really good. It still depends. It's good for, I guess, regular people. For a while I was convinced I suffered from hyperhidrosis, especially as a teenager going into my early adult years, like because I was just this hormonal emotional mess. And yeah, I sweat a lot. So I had to use things like this very, very frequently. But since using this has been really, really good, especially during the winter months when you don't really sweat as much. Coming into spring, it's been, you know, reliable. I also discovered this. This is the Uriage Power 3 deodorant. And this also has a cult following. And it's the typical roll-on that's a bit more like a regular, you know, runny formula. And this also has been just as good, but again, this is more accessible, I want to say, and cheaper, definitely. But I've been using this most recently and I really like it still. So yeah, I think between the two, I'd say they're different because this is thicker, but in terms of effectiveness, I'd say they're probably level pegging, or there might be a smidge of difference between the two of them. It's, you know, yeah, it's, for me, they do still clock out after like I get extremely hot and sweaty. So they're good for regular folks, and you know, if you are the type of heavy sweater, this would be good enough for you. And the good thing, or the key thing, and in terms of how to get the best out of these deodorants, if you don't already know, is that you're actually supposed to use them at night. For the longest time I didn't even know. I think I saw a video on this maybe 2 years ago and I was like mind blown. Never in my life have I been told you're supposed to use your deodorant at night, because your sweat ducts actually get plugged up by this. That's the whole point of this, and it has more time to actually do the job it's supposed to do before you go out the door and, you know, start sweating up a storm and basically flush out everything that's supposed to be plugging up, you know, your armpits or wherever you apply it to, that's supposed to be plugging up the sweat ducts. So this needs time to work, which means you need to use it at night. So if you shower at night, use this at night, or maybe just, you know, clean your armpits and apply a fresh one and then go to bed. And then you don't need, in theory, to apply it in the morning, but then you can always top up in the morning, but you would be less reliant on it working straight away in the morning, because by then it's already too late, because most people put on their deodorant, throw their clothes on, run out the door, and, you know, start their day, and before you know it, stress, heat, whatever, and deodorant's already gone, like it's already clocked out. So if you didn't already know, you're meant to use your deodorant at night, and I've been trying to remember to do it. That's all I can say. I'm not saying I do it consistently, but I've been trying to remember to do it for a while now, since I've known that. So the last thing is this. So I've used something similar from a brand called Drugstore, but I saw this on offer at Boots and I thought, you know, it'd be good to feature it. This is the Triple Dry Fresh Fragrance Advanced Protection Triple Active Antiperspirant 72-hour Sweat Protection. So the good thing about this is one of those perspirants you definitely want to apply at night. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to apply this in the morning, because if you do, you will burn your armpits. And it's because if you're one of those people who tends to sweat very quickly, or your armpits just get wet for whatever reason, if 1 ounce of water comes into contact with this solution, your armpits will become irritated. You're supposed to apply it to dry armpits, clean armpits, and let it dry. Then go to bed in the morning, wash it off, and then maybe apply one of these if you like want extra protection. And then over the course of a couple of days, it will work. It will basically build up to the point where you actually don't sweat at all. And I'm yet to find an antiperspirant that actually lived up to a claim like that, except for something like this. Like I said, the Drugstore one and this are level pegging. Both of them, when I've either applied it on, like maybe say I've washed my, you know, had a shower, not dried my armpits properly, put this on, like within a few minutes my arms start prickling and I have to like stand in front of the fan to make sure it dries before that prickling continues, because there's been a time when I think maybe I was like, I don't know, it was hot and I started sweating in my sleep or whatever. I woke up and my armpits were sore, and obviously I couldn't use this the next day because my armpits were sore, but then I put this on and it made my armpits sore because my armpits got wet while I was sleeping. So it's one of those where you need to make sure it's dry. If you have to stand in front of the fan with your armpits up, do that. Just make sure it's dry before you sleep, and let it work over a few days, and say by the like 3rd day, 4th day, whatever, however long it takes for you, your armpits will be dry, like bone dry. And there was a point where I remember when I used the Drugstore one, I think after like maybe the 5th day or whatever, or probably about the 4th, 5th day, and I swear it was all in my head, because I felt like my armpits were getting wet because I was getting stressed over whatever it was I was doing. I was sitting at my desk working, and I remember this because it happened quite a few times when I thought I could feel myself sweating, or I could feel my armpits getting wet. I went to the bathroom, they were dry, but it was all in my head. I would have been convinced that, or I actually took deodorant to the bathroom because I was convinced that they were wet. They were dry. So it's one of those things where I guess sometimes it's in your head in terms of, I don't know, hormones, stress, whatever. A bunch of different things control however much you sweat, but with this it really does work. This and the Drugstore one. The Drugstore one comes in a little bottle. I think you get less, you definitely get less of it than you do of this, and I think that is also more expensive, but they both work really, really well. This has rave reviews on most websites, so yeah, it definitely will work, especially if it's hot as well and you don't want to have to keep reapplying deodorant every single morning. Use this, and even if you're not a heavy sweater and you just want to cut one more thing from your morning routine, use this and it'll give you like, you know, up to 3 days of protection once it's built up, you know, enough in your, you know, in your armpits. So yeah, this is one to definitely have for the summer months. So those are all the things. This is a lot more products and I've talked for a lot longer than I wanted to, but these are all the things that I wanted to feature in this video. Hope you liked it. If you did, please do give this video a massive thumbs up. It really does help push out my videos and it doesn't cost you a single thing, so please do give this video a thumbs up. If you feel like it, please do subscribe. If you want to see more videos from me, I do makeup and skincare. And comment down below, let me know if you've tried any of these things. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, until next time, stay blessed, have a great morning, afternoon, evening or night, wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.